Hi, church family. It's Jacci Mullican here. Last week, we talked about our identity as being created, that we are created by God, for His glory, for His purposes, and how when we operate in that design, in the bounds of His design, that there's joy and comfort. But we also talked about being a sinner, and that sin entered the world, and that we are born into sin. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I'll wake up and I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of my own sin. And in Psalm 51, we see David in this posture. He says, "My sin is ever before me." And he is in a season where he is grieving his own sin. And he's crying out to God and says, "God, have mercy on me, for against you I have sinned." He knows that his sin is grieving God first and foremost, that he is offending God. And he's asking God to wash me thoroughly. We are riddled in our sin, our shame, our guilt, and only God can cleanse us. There's a beautiful story in Mark chapter 5 of a woman with a physical ailment. And in that physical ailment, she has been deemed unclean. And back then, that would have meant that she can't touch anyone. Yet she hears that she has the opportunity to be in the presence of Jesus. And so she overcomes her doubt, her fear, her shame, and she presses through the crowd. And she presses toward Jesus to be in his presence and reaches to him to touch his garment, the hem of his garment, to be made clean. And we as sinners, we have sin, doubt, shame. And if we can press into Jesus, to be in pursuit of him, to be in his presence, so that we may be made clean through him and through him alone. David says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God." That's something we can't do for ourselves. It's only through him. And there is no sin too big. There's no pit too deep for Jesus to cleanse us. When we are in a posture of repentance and we come to his feet and lay our sin before him and let him make us clean. I miss you, I love you, and I can't wait to see you soon.